All right, let's jump right in. We are going to break down some really groundbreaking research from MIT that paints a picture of a brand new, high stakes tech battle. This is a conflict that's completely reshaping cybersecurity as we know it. And believe me, it is happening right now. So I want you to take a good look at this number 80.83%. What do you think that is? I mean, is it a success rate? Market share? Maybe? It's actually a figure that defines really the single biggest shift in cybercrime today. Yeah, that's right. Based on a deep dive into over 2,800 ransomware incidents, a staggering 80%, let that sink in, 80% of attacks this year were driven by artificial intelligence. This isn't some far-off prediction. This is the reality we're dealing with today. And this quote, man, it just perfectly captures the issue. Michael Siegel from MIT points out that AI isn't just another tool in the attacker's toolbox anymore. Nope, it's become an autonomous agent. It's running complex attacks from start to finish. The human is pretty much out of the loop now. So what does that really mean? It means the old rulebook for cybersecurity, you can just toss it out the window. We have officially entered a new phase of the arms race, one where the battlefield has completely changed. And the enemy? Well, the enemy now thinks and learns at the speed of a machine. So let's pull back the curtain a little bit. How does this AI-powered adversary actually work? How exactly are attackers weaponizing AI to pull off these incredibly sophisticated campaigns? Well, the research boils it down to three main roles. First, AI is being used to generate threats. We're talking hyper-realistic phishing emails, deepfakes, you name it. Second, it's enhancing every single step of an attack. And third, it's automating the whole shebang, making attacks more scalable and relentless than we've ever seen before. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. Look at how AI just supercharges the classic cyber kill chain. It's not just tweaking one step, it's revamping all of them. It starts with reconnaissance, where AI can scan for weaknesses on a massive scale. Then it moves to weaponization, where it's actually creating malware that constantly changes form. After that, it optimizes the delivery, it mimics human chatter to hide, and then finally, it automates the actual data theft, making itself almost invisible. And that mutating malware we just talked about, it has a name: polymorphic malware. What this means is we're dealing with threats that are changing their digital fingerprints in real time. You see, your traditional antivirus is looking for a known bad guy, a known signature. But this malware doesn't really have one. It's like trying to catch a shapeshifter. Okay, so we've talked about the how. Now let's get into the hard data, because this research isn't just theory. This is where you can see the real-world impact of these AI-driven threats. Just look at the major players in this new game. Lockbit is leading the charge with over 800 attacks already in 2024. Then you've got Ransom Hub and Akira right behind them. And you got to remember, these aren't just names. These are highly organized, incredibly efficient, AI-powered criminal businesses. And this table gives us an even broader view of what's been happening. I mean, just look at Ransom Hub. They went from 117 incidents in 2023 to nearly 550 in 2024. That is an insane jump. It just goes to show how quickly these groups can scale their operations once they really start leveraging AI. The threat isn't just sticking around, it's getting bigger, faster. And here's something that is absolutely critical to understand. This isn't just about ransomware. The very same AI technology is being used as a force multiplier for everything else, powering unbelievably convincing phishing scams, voice cloning for fraud, deepfakes for misinformation, and even speeding up password cracking from months down to mere hours. Okay, so that's the threat. It's smart, it's fast, and it's scalable. Sounds pretty bleak, right? But the story doesn't end there. How in the world can defenders even begin to fight back against this? Let's get into the strategy for the counter-offensive. First things first, we have to be real about the situation. The battlefield is what you'd call asymmetrical. Attackers? They can grab new AI and run with it, no strings attached. But the defenders? Well, they're dealing with regulations, limited budgets, and the massive complexity of implementing new systems. It gives the bad guys a serious head start. So how do we level that playing field? The core idea is actually pretty simple. You have to fight AI with AI. The research lays out this three-part proactive defense. You start by automating the basics, using AI to patch your own systems. Then you deploy autonomous defense that can react at machine speed. And finally, you use AI to help the humans in charge, giving them the data they need to make smarter, faster decisions.
And this isn't just some abstract idea. These are some of the actual technologies that make it happen. We're talking about things like zero trust, which basically means never trust, always verify every single connection, or moving target defense, which constantly shifts your own network around so the attackers can never find a stable target. It's a whole new defensive playbook built for this new reality.
So, when you boil it all down, the most crucial takeaway is this. The old model of just waiting for an alarm to go off and then scrambling to react, that's over. It's obsolete. The goal now is to build an organization that is proactive and resilient. It's about shifting the entire mindset from reaction to anticipation, to disrupt attacks before they can even get started. And that brings us right here, to the final really big question. The data is clear. The gap between what attackers can do and what defenders can do is getting wider. This arms race is speeding up every single day. And the question we're all left with is, can we innovate and adapt fast enough to close that gap in time